Let's talk about the 4 biggest myths about estate planning. The first one is, I'm too young to plan my estate. This simply isn't true. Estate planning involves so many important things. What happens when you die? If you have kids, who's going to take your kids? And what happens to you if you become incapacitated? It's really important to pick who can make medical and legal decisions for you if you're incapacitated. And we do all of this with estate planning. If you don't make the choices about who would care for you in the event of your incapacity, it's left up to a judge to decide. So it's best to make these choices no matter what age you are, because we really never know what's going to happen. The second biggest myth about estate planning is that it's just for the wealthy. For the same reasons as being too young, when you are maybe not wealthy, it's still important to make the choices of who would care for you, and you still have something. You can choose where that something goes if something happens to you, and you can put in place documents to make sure that you're cared for in the event of the unexpected. The third most common myth about estate planning is that you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. So in some ways this isn't a myth, but that you can do it yourself and have it turn out in a way that is definitely going to work for you, that's the myth. There are a lot of online ways to complete your estate planning. But the problem is it's a complicated, multifaceted situation. And in my experience, when people bring me estate plans that they did themselves, there are often problems, sometimes ones that completely eliminate the effectiveness of the plan. So this is an area where you can save yourself money, but while doing so, shoot yourself in the foot. It's far better to spend a little bit more and get an estate plan that works rather than spend a little less and have a useless stack of documents. And the fourth most common myth about estate planning is that if you have a will, you don't have to worry about probate. The truth is, a will goes through probate. Probate happens if you don't have a will, and probate happens if you do have a will, but you have probatable assets. So having a will does allow you to choose who gets what when you pass away, but it doesn't help you avoid probate. The best way to do that is with a fully funded trust. And I'd be happy to chat with you about that if you like. Give me a call. Let's talk.